You know that little bit of the roof that hangs over the edge of a house? Yeah, that part. We see it every single day, but we probably don't give it a second thought. Well, it turns out that simple overhang, called the eaves, is doing some surprisingly heavy lifting for the whole building. So, let's dive into what's really going on up there.
To get us started, let me ask you a quick question. What do umbrellas and roofs actually have in common? It might sound a little random, I know, but trust me, the answer is the key to understanding everything we're about to talk about.
First things first, let's just make sure we're on the same page. When we say eaves, we're simply talking about the part of the roof that hangs over, that sticks out past the edge of the wall. It's the part that's right over your head if you're standing next to the building. And that brings us right back to our question and to the one big idea that makes this whole thing click. Just think of it this way. Eaves act like an umbrella for your house. It's a really simple analogy, but honestly, it perfectly explains their most important job.
So, how exactly does this home umbrella work? Well, its number one job, its most important role, is shielding the building from all the stuff nature throws at it.
The main reason eaves even exist is for one thing: protection. That is their first and most critical job, keeping the house safe and sound no matter the weather. So what exactly are they protecting? Well, for starters, they're protecting the roof itself. Eaves shield all those structural wooden parts, things like rafters, by making sure rain can't get to them directly. Now here's why that is such a huge deal. By keeping all that wood dry, eaves literally prevent it from rotting away. And the bottom line is, this one simple design feature helps the entire roof last so much longer. It's a total game changer for durability.
You can really see it in action here. The eaves are like the first line of defense, catching that rainwater and channeling it away from the most sensitive parts of the building's structure. But, that protection doesn't stop at the roof. Eaves also stick out just far enough to protect the walls, stopping rainwater from constantly streaming down the side of the house. And the payoff for that is massive. It stops the walls from getting soaked and damaged over the years, which means fewer ugly cracks, a lot less staining, and a building that just stays in way better shape. Okay, so we've established that protection is a huge piece of the puzzle, but it's not the whole story. So how do eaves also manage to help a house both look and feel a whole lot better?
And that question leads us right into our next section, the finishing touch, because now we're going to look at two other super important functions: appearance and airflow.
Let's kick things off with aesthetics, which really is just a fancy word for how something looks. Eaves give a roof this clean, intentional border, which gives the whole building a much more polished, well-finished appearance.
I mean, you can totally see the difference right here, can't you? That crisp, clean roof line makes the whole building look complete and way more attractive. It's one of those small architectural details that makes a surprisingly big difference to the eye.
Okay, now for the feel part of the equation, and that all comes down to ventilation, which is just about letting air move around. A lot of eaves are actually designed with vents built right in that help air flow in and out of that roof space, the attic.
And this is so important, because that constant airflow does two critical things. One, it keeps that roof space from turning into an oven in the summer, and two, it prevents damp, sticky moisture from building up, which can cause a ton of problems down the line.
This image really drives home just how vital that airflow is. That steady movement of air cycling through the eaves is absolutely essential for keeping a roof space healthy and functional for years and years.
All right, we've covered the main jobs that eaves have. So for our last section, let's put it all together and give you a super simple way to remember everything we just went over. We're coming right back around to our main idea. After learning about protection and looks and ventilation, this one little sentence, "Eaves act like an umbrella for your house," makes even more sense now, doesn't it? And just to make sure you never forget these key jobs, I want to lock this all in with a really easy memory trick. All you got to do is remember 4 letters, P, P, A, V. The first P is for protecting the roof. The second P is for protecting the walls. A is for appearance, and V is for ventilation. PPAV, simple as that. So at the end of the day, here's the final takeaway. Eaves are just this brilliant, simple piece of design that works surprisingly hard to keep our buildings dry, cool, and looking good. And that kind of leaves us with a final thought to chew on. What other simple designs, things that we walk past every single day, have a surprisingly huge impact? It kind of makes you see the hidden genius in the world all around us. Thanks for joining this explainer.